So I'm about to tell you the story about the time that I tripped on angel trumpets. It was fucked up.
Hey, what's up? You know what time it is. It's your boy HashBrown to legit. We got a special interview coming your way. It's educational, it's entertaining, it's a wild story. Stay tuned to the end. I promise it'll be worth your time. Let's go ahead and keep checking it out.
Um, my baby mama and I, we each got some because my buddy Trick, uh, I met him back in eighth grade. I'm not gonna say his real name. His dad, I do asphalt with. Sometimes I'm not gonna say his name either, but we lived right down the street from each other, and he was like, "Oh, I know where to get fucking angel trumpets." And I had never tripped on anything before. I'd never done mushrooms. I'd never done acid. I had barely fucking smoked weed, right? And so, uh, he was like, "I know where to get this shit," and I was like, "That sounds fucking cool. I kind of want to try it." And we went and we got the shit. Pretty much plucked it from a tree that was hanging over someone's fence off of Lake Washington. One of these houses out here that you were talking about, you know, it was fucking nice ass, big ass fucking shit with some fucking land and shit. So we brought him back, and my baby mama and I each picked out two flowers. And supposedly, all of the Datura, the active ingredient that is a dissociative, not a suppressant or I'm sorry, depressant or stimulant. It's a dissociative. It's not a psychedelic or hallucinogenic or even. It's a dissociative. It's fucked up how it affects you. So the really fucked up thing about this is you can't dose it out. You can't know how much is in any flower, right? So my baby mama and I both ate one whole flower, spine and all. Nothing happened to her.
You didn't make tea?
No. Nothing happened to her. She experienced no effects. I got fucked up. We did it at this fucking party that my buddy at the time was throwing. He lived out in Palm Bay off of Jupiter. And my buddy Tripp, who found him for us, he drove my car at the time. I had a 1985.5 Porsche 944, and it was black. My buddy who was throwing the party, his sister had a black Hyundai Tiburon. I'll get back to that in just a minute. But so we went out to this party, and we each ate the flowers on the way out to the party. And I got a whole pack of Camel Wide filters. I don't know. I'm sorry, Camel Wide menthols. I was smoking Camel Wides at the time. I got the fucking menthols, and I was like, I'm gonna need these for when I'm fucking tripping. I smoked the first cigarette on the way out there after I ate the flowers. I got there. Immediately after we got there, I started feeling fucked up, and I was like, I need to put something in my stomach because I hadn't eaten it. And everyone was like, oh, well, you know, we've got Doritos over here. So I started eating these Doritos, and I had the worst cotton mouth in the world. These Doritos were literally turning to fucking powder in my mouth. And I was just like spitting them out, and it wasn't, it was fucked. And so right after that, I was like, I have to fucking vomit. I have to fucking vomit. I have to fucking vomit. And so my baby mama helped me get out the back door and go around to the side of the house. And I am sitting there puking the worst fucking puke I've ever puked in my life. It's hot. It's boiling hot. I tried to catch some as I was going out the back door, like I was, you know, and it burned my fucking hand. It was boiling hot fucking vomit, flour chunks, the worst fucking taste. It was terrible. And so I'm sitting there vomiting in the grass with my fucking baby mama holding my fucking hair back. And I'm looking down at the grass, and I start seeing cockroaches crawling through the fucking grass, up and down, like they're coming up and through it and disappearing back down into it.
Hell no.
And all these cockroaches have little sirens on their back, like the old school '80s fucking cop cars. Yeah, like one red and one blue with the chrome in the middle. You know what I mean? Like just legit fucking sirens all over their fucking back. And I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, it's hitting me. I'm fucking tripping now. But that's not what I said. Apparently, according to my baby mama, what I said was, hey, there are police in the grass, right? And so after I puked, I felt so fucked up. I went and I laid down behind a couch in this fucking house. Everyone else is out there partying, and I'm slumped behind this fucking couch. Not even on the couch, behind the couch, on the fucking floor, just away from everyone, just trying to hide in the fucking corner, you know. Over and over, and it was so fucked up. I took a cigarette out, right, and I lit my cigarette. I'm sitting there smoking my cigarette, and the ash is building on the end of it. And I realized I need an ashtray. And I'm like, oh shit. It's like, someone get me an ashtray. And my buddy whose house it was like, yo, dude, you can't fucking smoke in here.
Oh,
right?
shit.
And I was like,
my mom did that a lot.
I was like, well, I can't move, because if I move, the ash will fall off my cigarette, and then I'm gonna be fucking shit up. Like, please just get me something that I can use as an ashtray. And they were like, yo, dude, you're not smoking a fucking cigarette. And I looked down at my hand, and my cigarette was gone. Over and over, all night, I was reaching into my pocket, pulling out the pack of cigarettes, opening it up, pulling a cigarette out, putting the pack back, pulling my lighter out, lighting the cigarette, putting my lighter back, taking about 2 or 3 drags off the cigarette, and then it would disappear.
That's exactly like Steven's White Russian story.
My buddy came up to me, and I was like, yo, dude, check this out. And I did all of that in my mind. I fucking did all of that. And the cigarette disappeared, and I was like, where did it go? All right. So all he's seeing is, yo, dude, check this out. Where did it go? Right? And so I'm tripping hard at this point. We went to leave, dude. We went to leave, and we're walking out to my car, and I start seeing the cars go by on Jupiter. And every car that I see go by, I think is my baby mama and my buddy Trip leaving without me in my car.
Oh,
and so I'm chasing all of these cars that are going down Jupiter. Just random ass fucking cars. And so my buddy and my baby mama fucking wrangle me, and they're like, come on, we gotta go, you gotta get in the car. And so I ended up walking up to my buddy's sister's car, this fucking Hyundai Tiburon, and I was like, oh man, my car looks so good. I was like, why does it look so good? And they're like, yo, that's not your fucking car. Get into my fucking car. My buddy's driving us home. I'm thinking that I'm driving, and so I'm doing the motions over here, right? And there's a point where I freak out, and I like try to hit the brakes. Thankfully, my buddy is not freaking out, and he's good, and he like actually hits the brakes like he should. But then he notices me doing my thing, so he's like, hey, Freddie, do that again, right? And so I'm just like, okay. And I go to fucking hit the brakes, and he brake checks the car. And just straight freaks me the fuck out, dude. Straight freaks me the fuck out. I'm sorry I'm being long-winded about this, but there's a lot of interesting points about this story. So we get back to my fucking house. I was living with my mom at the time. I think my sister was already out of college. My baby mama was kind of staying in the house with me, but my mom was still there. My dad had left. I ended up wandering into my mom's room. My explanation was I needed mechanicals to fix my buddy Mikey's truck. Buddy Mikey was still out in Palm Bay at the party, and so was his truck. I had no fucking clue, right?
Wow.
You were gone.
No, I was totally gone.
His
And
mind.
so I woke my mom up wandering around in her fucking room. My baby mama fucking wrangles me in, and one of the things about this is like, all the time I thought I was talking, I was just mumbling. Like I would think I would be saying words like this,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just come out like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that shit would come out. And so my mom woke up and is like, oh, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, mechanicals. I got new my truck, you know. And so my baby mama came and wrangled me up, or at least tried to. I ended up going into the kitchen and looking through like the drawers in the fridge. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. All I remember is when I snapped back into it. I have never been so fucking afraid in my life. My baby mom was just trying to let my mom know, oh yeah, he just had too much to drink. you know, but she knew something was up. And so I'm sitting there going through the fucking fridge, and all I hear is my mom from over at her fucking bedroom to the left. She just says, "Frederick, sit down! Frederick, sit down!" And I just snapped into it, and I was like, oh. And I walked out of the kitchen and into the fucking living room, and I sat down on the fucking sofa. And I still even remember what she was wearing to this day. It was a fucking yellow tank top with cut-off jean shorts.
He said you had a photographic memory. Like.
Dude, like, no, like, when shit sits with me, it does, dude. And I have never been so terrified in my entire life as when I heard my mom say those words. "Frederick, sit down! Frederick, sit down!" And I sat the fuck down.
Right.
She fucking put the fear of God to me. Put the fucking fear of God into me with those words. And I sat down, and she looked at me, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I tried to say, "It's okay, something, whatever," and I forgot what I tried to say. All I know is as soon as I said it, I immediately forgot what I said. That's why I still don't remember. It's because I immediately fucking forgot. And I was like, "Mom, it's okay, so." And she just looked at me with the most confused, terrified look I've ever seen on anyone's face. Like, confusion and terror combined into one. Like, I've never seen that in someone's face who wasn't, like, on a movie about to die. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't forget it.
No, I will never fucking forget it. And she looked at me with that face, and I immediately forgot what I said. And even though I didn't know what I said, I knew it didn't make any sense. And so she's sitting there with this fucking look on her face, and I'm like, "Okay, Mom." And that I was actually talking clearly at this point. I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. I know what I just said didn't make any sense." And I was trying to continue the fucking sentence, and she was like, "Well, what did you just say?" And I was like, "I don't remember, honestly. I can't tell you." And that's when she was like, "What are you on? What did you take? What did you do?" And I was like, "Angel trumpets." She was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "It's a flower that you eat and you trip balls."
So what was the time span for this story? What time did you eat them, and what time did your mom snap you back?
I ate them probably around, which this is another fucked up thing, because right after we left the party, the fucking cops showed up at the party.
Of course.
That sounds like a fucking blessing.
Thank fuck I was not still there.
Yeah.
So, and they were like, even like going in the house and like looking in closets and finding people and shit. Like, I'm so glad I was not there. I'm so glad we left when we did. But from the time that I ate them, because we ate them, I want to say it was probably around this time of year, or like later on in the year, right before daylight savings time. So it would, like, the sun would still be out probably around like 6:37. So we ate it when the sun was still out.
Duskish.
Yeah.
Wait, but this is
and then my mom snapped me back into it maybe just before 2:00.
But this is a psychedelic, right?
No, it's a dissociative.
That's what
I'm saying. Is it's so fucked up about it, because like shrooms are great. I love shrooms.
Yeah, me too.
Acid is good.
Yeah,
I love acid.
And Datura grows everywhere around here.
I would recommend a lot of people that I love to take
what would you recommend to the
reasonable doses
right.
of those drugs. I would love to trip
on
mushrooms with my mom. I would love to give my mom 1.5 grams of mushrooms and me eat 1/8 of mushrooms, and me and her just trip balls. That would be a great time. I would never, ever, ever recommend anyone to do any amount of angel trumpets ever. It's not good. It is a bad idea. It's fucking trouble. You can't dose it out. It's fucking trouble, and it will make you think that the briefcase next to your bed is your best friend, and you're going to be talking to that briefcase, asking it to do shit for you, asking it to do you a favor, and hey, it's just a fucking briefcase. Like,
Alright,
you're going to be trying to talk to people on the TV. You're going to be talking to people next to you, getting mad at them because someone on the TV just asked a question and the person next to you didn't answer it. Like, it will make you lose all sense of reality. It's not a good idea. That is my final takeaway from this is don't fucking do it. It makes for a good story, but it's my story. Don't make it yours. Don't fucking do it. Things.
There you have it. Don't do angel trumpets. Don't do Datura. It's not fun for you. It's not a party drug. It's not any sort of recreational or anything. It's not going to give you any sort of knowledge.
It's not even anything to do like how you would do an ayahuasca.
It's a poison.
Treatment. It's a no-go.
It's not something that you would do like that.
Fuck the dumb shit.
Take it from the professional.
Do not do it.
Fuck the dumb shit.
Don't do it.